So I will inexcusably lately call the Building Facility Construction Committee meeting for April 18th at goodness 7:50. I'd like to publicly apologize to the board. I was very late, and I had no really good excuse for it. And it's very kind of you all to remain.
I wouldn't
committed.
use very late. I'd use extremely late.
It's extreme. I was extremely late. I deserve to be pillared. I admit it. I apologize to the board.
Thank you for the apology. Let's move on. It's not a big deal.
The first item on the agenda is the municipal building and primary school roof capital project.
Okay, the only two lingering items on this is the closing out of the windows portion of the project and trying to get the manufacturer's rep and coordinate that with Greenwood and the manufacturer's rep to go over the roofs once again, now that the snow is cleared. There is an email in your packet from GRLA. This was from last Thursday, and basically it's what I just said, so we're waiting to wrap those two things up,
Yep.
and that's it. The project will be done.
Good job, good job. Next.
Then we will now move on to item 2, if that is appropriate.
Yes.
Okay, the municipal fire alarm.
Municipal fire alarm, as you may recall, we received one bid. We did have a few questions. I spoke with the chief procurement officer, and he said he did a little research on his own. He would like us to put the document out to bid once again, but increase the designer fee to $20,000 so that we get more response. So I'm planning on going ahead and doing that once I get an opportunity, and I'll update you on that.
All right, and then now we can move on to item number 3, the municipal gymnasium windows.
No status change.
Excuse me.
Last I spoke, we got some price quotes from some environmental companies to do some testing, and that's still where it stands. We haven't issued a notice to proceed to anyone.
And the next item, if I'm not going too quickly, is the green energy.
Yep.
Green energy, we did formally receive the designation funds. There was a little ceremony in Grafton, so we applied, as you may recall, for the LED light retrofit program, which is roughly about $90,000, all said and done. That will be fully reimbursed partially through a different funding source that's also in the green energy program, but partially from our grant designation funds. So the balance of those funds will be utilized elsewhere at a later date when we make an application to use them.
And then the next item on the agenda is the North Street spillway.
Again, as you know, North Street is closed. We're in the process of finalizing the bid documents. We did expand the scope in a minor fashion at the request of the sewer department and water department to basically, since the road is closed, replace a portion of the water line that would be paid through their enterprise account. So we have two funding sources. One's going to be Chapter 90, the other is going to be the Water and Sewer Enterprise Fund. We're going to roll it into one project and one contract. I'm planning on having the bid documents reflect this as a add alternate for the water, so that we have a separate scope for that we can get billed separately from the rest of the project, and that would make it easier just purely from an accounting perspective. So we expect that the road will be back open by the end of June. That's the timeline we currently have laid out.
There are no other questions or issues to be raised on that particular item. We can move on to minutes, if tonight's an appropriate night to review them, or should that be put off to a different night?
You can do it if you want. If there's
What's the board's desire?
Sean, Linda, Mike,
I already
Shirley's
read 'em.
not.
Linda, you read them very thoroughly?
I did,
Were
These are
they
like-
accurate?
but it's a
These are
year,
from a
they're a
year
year
ago.
old.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
serious?
These were
Yeah.
a set of
2017.
minutes that we skipped
Oh, my
somehow.
goodness.
And I did read them and, I mean,
Virginia, you're excused from that. Hallelujah.
you were absent.
I was.
So does the board wish to vote on minutes that are that old at the moment?
I make a motion to approve the June 21st, 2017 minutes as presented.
And I would second that motion.
Matter having been moved and seconded, all in favor of approving those minutes?
Aye.
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 Is there an abstention?
No, she wasn't here.
There was an abstention, and the matter carries, and they are approved. Unless there are other items which need to be raised, I believe that is the end. I'd like to just make it clear that my late appearance was not part of any conspiracy whatsoever. Just, I wasn't at a meeting, I wasn't part of the group, I just wanted to be known. And I would ask for a motion to adjourn.
But one moment, you didn't address attendance.
Who's now, mine?
No, we're missing 2 members.
Shirley let us know that she was not going to be here, and Rebecca let us know that she was not.
They are, as always, excused.
Okay, I'm
In the ether.
just trying to help you fulfill your duties. I know you're a little behind.
He's playing cleanup batter tonight.
I second the motion from Linda to adjourn before he responds.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? The matter carries, and we adjourn at 7:56, 7?
Now you gotta, how long does it take